All right, hey everybody, this is Big D here on Big D's Fig Farm. Today is April the 19th, day before Easter in 2025. I'm on the east coast of Maryland in zone 7B. I have 20 trees in ground. I am only interested in growing in ground. Now, I have a few varieties that like Black Madeira and things like that that are just too good not to grow that I have in pot, but I want to get that down to only a few. This year I had like 70 or 80 still in pots. I don't want to do that anymore. It's a lot of work. So I like to grow in ground. I believe in all natural. I just let them roll. And so anyway, I'm trying to find varieties that will grow here and thrive here with no protection in the winter and will still produce for me on the regular. So I'm going to start redoing my reviews on all 20 trees I have in ground. Today I'm going to cover 3 because they're all in the same group. And I'm going to show you kind of how the winter treated. We had a pretty harsh winter here on the east coast of Maryland this year. It was much colder than normal. We got more snow than we normally get. And so my rating, I'd say, was probably on a scale of 1 being good and 10 being the worst, this was probably an 8 winter. It was pretty rough here for this year. So a lot of my trees did not fare well, as we'll see as I go through and do reviews over the next several days. This one here is Sweet Diana. It is a tree, it is in the Celeste family, which those 2 big ones there are Celeste. I've been growing Celeste. My oldest tree is a Celeste, 25 years. Only 1 winter, and that was a horrendous winter, did I lose my big one in 25 years. Most years it makes it fine and does great. My assistant wants to say hi. This is Oakley Max, and she's my little helper on here on the farm. It's my granddaughter. So this is a Sweet Diana. I planted it in 2023. I did not get any figs last year. It put on a couple, but they never got ripe at the end, by the end of the season. So I'm hoping this year to actually see them. What I got this one was, this variety actually turns like a light purple when it's ripe. Almost like a ashy purple, very light color that I thought looked neat with pretty fig. I thought I'd get them, try them. So we'll see if that's how mine look. Again, those Celeste we love. They're small. For those who don't know, Celeste are 1 or 2 biters at the very most. They're small figs, but I got over 5,500 figs off those 2 trees right there last year, and I'll show you in a minute. Just those things are, the winter didn't even seem to affect that at all, and neither did it this Sweet Diana. If you take a look, it's budding out almost at every node on the tree. Every one of the limbs has buds breaking out. I don't see any breba, but Celeste aren't real big on breba. They put breba on, but normally you don't start really getting figs off of that until the main season kicks in and you start getting your Celeste figs. But they do produce like crazy. So Sweet Diana, I'm going to say on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being good and 5 being the worst for winter damage, I'm going to give this probably a 2. It does look like I've lost a little bit maybe, and maybe they're just a little bit slower coming out, but very little. Almost every limb has growth starting already, and so I don't see any on this one here. I don't see any growth. And it's got that reddish discoloration, which is sometimes an indicator that it's not good. Same thing on this over here. It's got the red discoloration. So I may have lost 1 or 2 upper parts of the branches. Down here looks much better. But the rest of the tree is looking great. That's Sweet Diana. Now in the same family, like I said, I'm going to do a couple here. This is my Celeste, which I've already showed in previous videos. Celeste, this tree is probably about 9 years old. I mean, look at that. Figlets are on her already, lots of growth, and that's at the end of every single branch. Growth on every single branch, figs starting on every single branch. It's just, Celeste is awesome. It's a great tasting fig, and for our area, I don't know if you can beat this variety for growing in our area. I have one other tree that I've been growing for 12, 13 years, Brooklyn White, that challenges it on hardiness and production for sure, but not taste. I don't think the Brooklyn White is as good as my Celeste in flavor. But the Brooklyn, for some people, you might disagree. You might try them, and it's all about taste preference. But for me, I love my Celeste. When they are ripe, you can eat them right off the tree. Oh my goodness. Good stuff. Not a lot of seeds in it. A brownish purple smaller fig with a red interior, deep red interior. Very good fig. All right, there's my first review. Sweet Diana gets a 2 for winter survival.